Hey tent campers, I'm calling on you to check this whole video out. You want to upgrade from your tent life? I know you do. Who likes sleeping on the ground? Behind me is the answer, 2026 Aliner Scout. It's got all the creature comforts, but more importantly, it's getting you off the ground and getting you cozy. I'm Mikey B with Beckley's RVs. Let's go take a look. If you're going to upgrade from a tent to this, I'm sure you're asking some of the questions. Mikey B, what do I need to tow with this thing? So let's go ahead and get that out of the way before we get into the awesome features of the camper. This thing sits about 15 feet total length. Well, we like to say it's a 12-foot box. So that's the most important livable space that you want to keep in your mind. The beauty of this thing is only about 64 inches or 5 foot 4 inches tall. So with that length and with that height, you might be able to fit it in the garage, especially if you have those HOA people that are always knocking on your door. Weight-wise, for a tow vehicle, it sits about 1,500 pounds. You're probably realistically gonna put 400, 500, 600 pounds in it. And so the tow vehicle there is going to be what? Do the math, about, be safe, 2,500 pound tow vehicle. So a lot of your small SUVs, it can be towable with. So anyway, let's go into some of the exterior features. Talking about taking gear with you, storage. On the door side, you conveniently have 2 compartment doors that you'll be able to stow some of those critical items that you'll always need with the camper. Leveling blocks, water hose, things like that. And they're just easily keyed, so you have some of that security to lock down just in case you have some wanderers peeping around. Also on the door side, you're gonna see a white AC unit on the exterior. Yes, it does have some AC, so some of those hot summer weekends that you're kind of questioning whether you're gonna be comfortable or not, you can do so. On the opposite side, or what we call the driver's side or off-door side, is gonna be some of those utility hookups. In order to get that air conditioner to obviously work, you're gonna have electrical cord that you can plug in at the campground, or maybe even just the back of the house while you're entertaining some guests for that weekend as your guest house. We also have our water hookup. When you get to your campground, if you don't have the water hookup directly at your site, a lot of the state campgrounds will have access somewhere. So again, just a couple quick exterior features again of this Aliner Scout. So stepping inside this camper, you're gonna immediately say, heck yeah, I can leave that tent in the basement. This thing is much bigger and feels way more open than I'm sure that most tents. Yeah, I'm a tent camper, so I can definitely say this is so much more of an upgrade. All right, so let's get into this floor plan and some of the features. When you walk inside the door, we're gonna have a storage area here that's got 2 cabinet doors that we can stow a ton of stuff. You'll see it's really deep, a lot of space to obviously get things there. A little bit of counter space in case you just need some storage, maybe mobile devices, things like that. But you do have the air conditioner on the back side of this, so you definitely don't, if you're gonna use that countertop space, do not put anything in there, obviously, to block that airflow. Moving to the right side, we're gonna have electric and 12-volt charge ports. So again, going back to electric, if you are plugged in, the camper is plugged into electric at the campsite, then you're good to use that outlet. Otherwise, if you're just boondocking out in the middle of the field, you're going to need to rely on those 12-volt to do some charging or powering those devices. We do have a sofa on the back wall, easily wide enough to sit 3, maybe even squeeze 4, or definitely get your 4-legged friend in here. But this also doubles down into your bed, so you guys can sit here during the day, and then when it comes to bedtime, we can easily set this up. We're gonna show you what it looks like here in a sec. Behind the sofa here, we're gonna have a, I think it's called Lexan plastic. It's a really tough, durable plastic with some tint. So we don't get those really harsh summer heat rays coming through the camper. We do have a blind that we can close off for privacy, or if we just wanna block out that light altogether. All right, so let's show you how we do this sofa real quick. All right, so moving on past the sofa bed here, we're gonna have our kitchenette kind of set up. A lot of counter space, so we definitely have a prep area, throw a TV heck if you want to, but you do have only cold water on this camper. You're gonna be plugged in at the campsite, unless for some reason there's somebody out there pumping hot water to the campsites. Again, you're just gonna have some cold water to wash up. We do have, again, some more great storage underneath the sink that we can utilize however you choose. To the right, there's your dorm size refrigerator, as I call it. It's a 12-volt refrigerator. I think it's about 1.6 cubic feet. So it's going to be, how do I say, probably the essentials size for keeping all that stuff cold. On the front side, now we've got our dinette, so we can comfortably sit 4 people in case you have some guests over or some family, but you also have plenty of table space to make a big meal. I love the table feature here. The legs do fold up so you can stow it easily out of the way in case you want a posing kind of sofa sitting area. Or what I do a lot of times, I'm camping outside most of the day. I'm outside period most of the day. I can fold this table up, take it outside, and use that as table space when we're sitting enjoying the weekend. But again, another sleeping area. We can set this down and sleep probably 1 adult, maybe corner to corner, 2 kids, or I know for us, that's where our dog will be. So let me show you how that is set up here real quick. Wrapping up some of these few features in this camper, on the front end and the back end, as I mentioned earlier, we do have those big Lexan windows with the shades that close out. But the great thing on the door side and off door side, we have more windows, but more importantly, they're open windows. We can open them up. A day like today, allow a really nice breeze. If it's raining, we have another option just to get some airflow. On the ceiling is a 12-volt, we always kind of nickname it the Fantastic Fan. It really blows or moves a lot of air quickly. So warm day, cold day, if you want it, depending on what you want to do, crank the lid open, turn that on, and really draw some air out. So there you have it, a beautiful camper to get you off the ground. Keep that tent in the basement. You don't need it anymore. Again, 2026 Aliner Scout. It's got all the creature comforts that you're gonna enjoy a long weekend camping. I'm Mikey B with Beckley's RVs. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give us a thumbs up. Comment below if you have any questions. I'd love to get you some answer. And everybody, show us some love. Smash that subscribe button. I'll see you tent campers out at the campsites.